Hello guys, welcome to a video. Now I want to make a video on who I think will abstract. Basically, well, who's closest to abstract and who's more likely to abstract. The contenders here are Gangle. Gangle feels like at the end of episode 4 when we went to Spudsies. Basically, at the end of that episode, before Pomni snapped her out of it, she seemed like she was gonna abstract. She was that kind of thing. I don't feel like Gangle will abstract, to be honest. So that's why she's kind of talking about show away. That's the only sign of her kind of losing it. Even though she's been completely tormented, her mask getting broken by Jax. I don't think she will abstract. So we will see, I guess. Coming in and Ragnarsha, in episode 1, she did seem that she was going to abstract. She went crazy, of course. But it was only when she was explaining it. Then she was snapped out of it by herself. But in later episodes, episode 4, episode 5 and 6, she's feel isolated and lonely for everyone, which could cause her to abstract. And of course, we have Jax, who literally had a panic attack. At first, I thought it was like him kind of holding off the distraction. But no, it was like a small panic attack, which obviously can cause someone to distract. But because of Jax, looks like he's the most obvious to distract, I don't think it will. Now, I believe the Gooseworks did say that the next person to abstract will be someone like, or something on the lines of that, will be someone you won't expect, which I guess the one I would never expect to abstract is Kane, because he's an NPC, basically an AI, right? I wouldn't expect him to abstract, or Bubbles, but I guess like it could abstract in a different way, like maybe his programming crashes, as technically similar to abstracting in that world, I don't know. But yeah, who I think is most likely, I feel like Jax won't. I feel like Gangle is a likely choice, or Ragnarsha. I feel like they won't abstract Jax. Jax might be blamed for whoever abstracts next, though. Like, he might be isolated even more because he might blame himself for whoever abstracts. For example, if it's Gangle, it wouldn't make sense if Gangle abstracts, just so it would be focused on Jax, because Jax the one who basically pushes Gangle, or at least he feels like he pushed Gangle to this edge of going insane and obviously abstracting. I feel like Zubul would blame Jax. Ragnarsha will probably blame Jax regardless of how she acts. Kingo probably wouldn't really have an opinion on it, but it may feel like he's blamed Jax. Pomni, it's like a 50-50, to be honest. I can't really get a read on that. So I feel like the next person to abstract might be Gangle, just because of how he went in the lines. Then you gotta blame me for like everyone else did. He probably blames himself for robots abstracting, and everyone else probably blames him, or at least he thinks they blame him. So that's the reason I'm going with Gangle, just because of that. If it ends up being Gangle, I am correct. I feel like Gangle might be a sadder one to abstract, just because of how much like people I feel like Gangle doesn't really have that much hate. Thing is, I don't hate Gangle as a character. I actually don't mind her, but she isn't my favorite character. But like again, like I said, I don't hate her. She isn't annoying. You know, it's like a thing. I haven't really seen anyone who hates the character Gangle. If you do, fair enough. Okay, that's my thoughts on this whole thing. What about you? I can't wait till episode 7 though, because apparently that's gonna be like kind of filler, or at least by filler, it's like nothing crazy's gonna be happening. But at the same time, probably a little thing. It's just maybe they're not like a proper adventure, maybe a relaxing adventure. I have no idea. Apparently, it's going to be like some kind of filler or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's probably like a filler with Pomni and Jax like kind of discussing what happened in episode 6 or something. I could be wrong, but that's from what I've heard. And then we obviously got the last 2 episodes, 8 and 9, are going to be insane. We're on episode 6, right? I believe we are. I could be completely wrong. Let me just double check this. The episode we were on before is episode 6. Yeah, it's episode 6. I was making sure I didn't count wrong. Okay. Without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, do all great stuff, and bye, guys.
Oh my God! Are you seriously gonna blame me for something that everybody else did too?